to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Monday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. And in Beverly Hills, California at the Michael J. Fox Studios. It's Scotty of Sirius XM, Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils drop another game to the New York Rangers 3-1 at Madison Square Garden. Lots to go over. Sorry for the delay, folks, of this post game, but I was mad. I was really mad. Scotty, when I talked to you over the phone, did you feel my anger over the phone?
I felt your anger.
Yeah. But I controlled my temper. I didn't take it out on you.
No, you didn't.
I was expressing my feelings, which we'll go over a little bit later.
Uh-huh.
But, I don't know, Scotty. There's a lot of things I'm pissed off about.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to be pissed off about, I would say. And I'm sure everyone is on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else. And I'm sure there's...
I actually swore on Twitter.
Oh, boy.
When I tweet, I'm 99.9% very clean, but that 0.1% chance, and I'll tell you the reason why I swore on Twitter a little later.
Okay. I might have a certain name that I might throw out at someone tonight that might be of a 4-letter variety. We'll see.
Just remember, JCB Architectural has his kids in the car when he listens to the podcast.
All right.
So you may want to make sure that the kids are out of the car, John.
Well, I feel like the word I was thinking of is pretty regularly used now on television. I feel like it's not that big of a deal anymore.
Yeah, so we'll make it PG-13. How does that sound?
Make it, it's a PG-13. That's okay. Yeah.
So,
but anyway, hey, did anything happen tonight, guys? I don't know. Was there a game or something? Oh, yes, there was. Number 64 on the season against the Rags on the road in Madison Square Garden. If you are unfortunate like me, you were treated to the wonderful Rangers broadcast of the game today on the NHL Network, being out of market. Didn't have that option to listen to Captain Bill Spaulding and Ken Danico. So, yeah. But I will say, even some of the Ranger announcers didn't like what they saw from one player in particular today. Oh, I wonder who that might be. But something a little bit shocking. Nolan Foote activated off the injured reserve, came back from his conditioning stint in the AHL. Not in the lineup. Not sure why. But hopefully we see him relatively soon. Get in there. Capo played in goals for the first time, his Devils debut. Jake Allen is still having visa issues. I'm sure if Beer Baron was here right now, he'd tell you that Jake Allen's wife lost the passports or something like that, because we know Beer Baron likes to blame everything on other people's wives. So, that's how he is. But Capo's in net. And let me tell you, he played pretty damn good. Of all the things that happened in this game, I think the biggest positive one for this New Jersey Devils team is that Capo played really well tonight. And obviously he's trying to prove himself because he's at the end of his money-making deal over there at $5 million per year. And he's going to be UFA. So he's got some games to try and impress some teams. And I will say, of the one spot, one bright spot, I think, for this team, well, there were a couple maybe. But definitely the brightest spot for the Devils was the play of Capo in net. So let's talk about it. We don't have to get too much into everything because you know how it happened. And the Devils didn't really play a great game. Kind of feel like they're almost a two-line team at this point. Where at the beginning of the year we were talking about, all their depth and everything. And now I don't expect that much from that third and fourth line. So it's been tough going over here. But another positive on the game today has been the Devils' penalty kill. Power play? Not so much. We'll talk about another wonderful major. Ghana wasted. 5 minutes. One damn shot. But penalty kill stopped all 4 power plays for the New York Rangers today. And they had to start out early because Eric Halla took a penalty. And the Devils were blocking some shots. I got to look. 16 blocked shots today. So good for the Devils. And in that first period, man, Kevin Ball, I think Brendan Smith, I know Nico had a couple blocks as well. On the penalty kill, they did really, really well. And it didn't take long for McDermott to get out there and challenge the, we'll just call him the chicken shit, Rempe. And he doesn't answer the call. Doesn't answer the call in the first few minutes of the game with McDermott out there, giving him some shots, saying, let's go. Let's do this. He skates away. Okay. Well, the Rangers did get a goal in that first period. Who was it? It was Panarin. And Panarin hit the post actually a little bit before this. And it was almost a same exact shot going how like Jack Hughes likes to shoot it to the far side coming in on that angle. And on this second one, he actually got a really nice pass from Lafreniere. Kind of stopped and did a little spin-a-rooney and did a backhand across. For some reason, Kevin Ball was just kind of there in front of the net, not really doing much, just kind of watching the play. But either way, Panarin puts it in, but eagle-eyed Travis Green behind the bench says, oh, wait, Mr. Trocheck. Your feet were across the line there before the puck. That is some offsides, and it is confirmed. Good coach's challenge by Travis Green. Take that goal off the board. Still nothing. And then the Devils get a power play. They got one shot on this power play. And the best opportunity was Nico got set up right in the front of the net, and then he tried to make an extra pass. We're going to have to go Primus style again. Too many passes. Just shoot the puck. Too many passes. Our power play really sucks. Hey, that rhymed actually. But yeah, nothing. And then Holtzy took a good slash. As a Zibanejad got a breakaway. Shorthand, and then that Eric Halla got a breakaway on shorthanded on the penalty kill there. And Jonathan Quick, where the hell are you coming from? He played lights out tonight. Man. Good for him, I guess. I just wish it wasn't with the Rangers. But either way, Quick just got a piece of Eric Halla on a shorthanded breakaway. And then Nico again in front. Jack Hughes gets the puck behind the net. Quick pass out. Nico's like planted right in the slot. Boom. Jonathan Quick gets the leg down. Man. But I got to say, in that first period, Rangers had 12 shots. Capo played good. He played good in that for the Devils. Devils only had 6 shots in that first period. We'll start out in the second. Brendan Smith takes a tripping call. Devils back on that PK. And you know what I loved? I haven't seen this in such a long time. Capo made a blocker save, and it reminded me of like old school Chris Terreri, when Terreri would kind of push the defenders out. You see Ken Danico go and slide out and take down the bottom, take out the bottom angle for the shot, and then Terreri would kind of like boom, like hit it with his blocker and kind of knock it over the glass and out of play. And it's all one of those saves from Capo tonight, and it like shot me back to being like 11 years old or so. So good on him. He was really into it. We had a little 4-on-4 action. Devils got a short 30-second power play after that. Nothing really going. And then the Rangers did get on the board with Zibanejad. Lazar, bad giveaway around the net. And Zibanejad eventually who passed it over to him? Kreider passes it over. Zibanejad then, is able to get the backhand and move around a little bit and put it past Capo over there. Hard one to stick on the goaltender, but the Rangers go up 1-0 at 12:25 of the second period. And then they scored with just under a minute left in the period. 19:08, Gustafsson with a long-range shot with Mr. Chicken Shit actually doing a good job screening in front, creating traffic in front of the net. But then all the fireworks happened. And Rempe, that was just a nasty, dirty hit. I call him the chicken shit because he went away and then he chicken winged. This is not how you throw a check in hockey. And I get it. Rempe, he's a tall dude. Last time I checked, Jonas Siegenthaler isn't Jesper Bratt or Jack Hughes out there. He's a pretty big guy, too. And it's just flying elbow to the face. And then the dumbass officials don't let McDermott go in there and do his job. You have to let the players police the game. Terrible. Terrible by the officials. That was a cheap shot. It was a dirty hit. And you see him afterwards waving to the... You know what he's doing? He's actually waving to his team because bye-bye, you're going to be suspended. There's no way he gets around this one. Questionable on the Bastion one because Nate had his head down a little bit. Still think that wasn't a good hit. This one is just clean as day. Suspension. So that's a punk-ass move that he was doing, trying to wave after you throw a chicken wing elbow like that. That's just not how the game is played. And let me tell you, it is going to be nasty the next time these two teams play. And I hope Fitzy and Travis load this team up with every piece of beef they can possibly get into the lineup for that game. And you can tell the game has evolved because if this happened back in the 90s, whoo, man, this would have been just a crapshoot of fights for the rest of the game. But with Mr. Chicken Shit gone, Devils actually kept themselves in check. And didn't take the cheap shots that maybe they could have on some of the star players of the Rangers. But for a guy who's been, I'm going to go and throw down and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, skated away pretty fast tonight. Guess he likes getting protected by the officials. That whole code of conduct thing, that was a pretty big violation tonight. People were saying, oh, he's getting respect around the league. Well, guess what? We just lost a whole bunch of it with that play. So be ready for fireworks the next time these two teams play. If he's still on the team by then, because I'm not really sure what he actually brings to the game. He's about to have more penalty minutes than actual game time played. So we'll see if he actually makes it to the next time. But the Devils do get a 5-minute major, but then what did they do on it, Sam? Oh, he's going. We'll talk to Sam. Don't worry. We'll talk to Sam in a little bit because I know Sam is getting ready. He's getting his points ready. The best way to get revenge is to go out and score some friggin' goals. You got a goaltender making his debut. You get your defenseman getting cheap shotted. And then you have a 5-minute major and you get one damn shot on goal. One shot on goal. How that I don't know how this team wasn't just furious with anger after that. Maybe it was the intermission. I don't know. One shot. This is twice now that the Rangers have killed off a 5-minute major against the Devils. That almost makes me more angry than the elbow. Because that would have been the best way to exact revenge at this point. Go out and score a goal or two on that 5-minute major and tie this bad boy up and try to take the momentum. And they failed miserably. One shot. 5-minute major. Penalty kill, though, did well after that. They killed off another one. The fourth of the night there for the Rangers. Kind of gave the Devils a little bit of momentum. And eventually, near the end of the game here, 17-26, Shimon Nemitz gets his third goal of the year at 17-26 as Travis Green pulls Capo. And you got a little 6-on-5 action going. Lindy Ruff Gambler style. Okay, not bad. Eventually, you pull the goaltender again, but this time Trocheck is able to bust through after a Jack Hughes back pass gets deflected by, I think it was Jimmy Vesey. And Trocheck went off. Luke tried to skate over to cut him off, but Trocheck was already, too far down the boards. And easy empty net goal. Put the Rags up 3-1 and end this game. Shots on goal for the Devils, 6-7-7. That's just not good enough for a total of 20. Rangers, 12-8-6 for a total of 26. Devils, what is this? Getting dominated in the faceoff circle. Not used to seeing this, but today it was really bad. Rangers, 28 wins. The Devils only had 13 faceoff wins. They were 13 for 41 for a whopping 32%. What the hell is going on? Hits, like saying this, 20 hits. The Rangers had 21. Block shots, they both had 16. So I will say this. With Travis Green taking over, have seen an increase in the shot blocking, which is nice. But other than that, Rempe, 5-minute major, one shot. This team just didn't look like they had any chemistry out there. Didn't look like they were ready to go. What the hell's going on? The only person that did look like they're ready to go was Capo. Which, I'll say, with the penalty kill, was the best part of the night. I thought he played, there was a couple times. I mean, he got lucky on a couple ones too, but he still played really well. I thought he was moving around and tracking the puck and making some really big saves. I don't know. That's my take on it. A very frustrating game, once again, against the friggin' Rangers. So you can tell me what you think about it on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, wherever you like to listen to Devils After Dark on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. I know someone has been stewing for quite some time over here. And by the way, I will say, I can't remember who it was, but the dude, Micheletti, on the Rangers call, even said it was a dirty, bad hit. So when Micheletti is even going in there and saying that this is a bad hit, and we shouldn't have this type of stuff in the league, it's pretty cheap. And I can't remember who it is. The dude on NHL Network here was just ripping Rempe apart. So Yeah, but either way, let us know what you think about it. Let's turn it over to the king of the football calls over here, Sam by God Woo, because I can see the steam coming out from not only his ears, maybe a little bit from his nose, his mouth. I think there might be some coming out like on your eyes on the side too. It's just like phew, steam of anger.
All right. Here we go. I was pissed, Scotty. I was actually at the Stagehouse Tavern tonight in Mountainside with Arlette watching the game, watching that transpire. Number one, it was a dirty hit. We all know that.
Yes.
Number
Yes.
two, the referees protected that guy.
Yeah.
McDermott was answering the bell, was denied the chance because, waving bye-bye, kind of like getting protected by the refs. But Bryce Salvador said this. I'm basing it on Beer Baron in the group text. He said that, the police, the players should police themselves, and if not, the league should be suspending these type of plays, that hit. But here lies the problem, Scotty. I don't trust the league. I don't trust the league at all because this is what's going to happen in a couple days. I'm already predicting right now. George Parros, who is a disgrace to people in New Jersey, because he grew up in Randolph, New Jersey, played at Del Barton, somehow got to Princeton University, played in the league as an enforcer, was named the fourth smartest athlete by Sporting News, is the biggest moron with NHL player safety. He's not going to give him any suspension. I'm already predicting it right now. He's not going to do a damn thing. I already know it. Or maybe 2 games, or maybe a game, something insignificant. This guy needs to be kicked out of the league. Even more, I think Rangers ownership and coaching staff should face some kind of penalty as well. Because we all knew this was going to happen. This was all over social media. Everybody knew he was going to do something of that nature. This is not a hockey play, Scotty. This is assault and battery. Charges should be made for something like this. And you think I'm taking this far? Why I'm so pissed is the integrity of the league is at stake because somebody is going to get paralyzed one day or someone's going to die on the ice, and that's what hockey's going to be known for around the media. I'm being dead serious because one day a player's not going to wake up. Okay? Yes, there are accidents. The unfortunate accident when a player, got cut with the skate. I forgot his name. Who passed away. All right? That was, but right now there's a criminal investigation. So let's not forget about that. But you let this guy do what he does. That's the only thing he does out there. Now, if Jonas Siegenthaler is out for the season, this guy should be out for the season. They should have a no-tolerance policy in the NHL, an eye for an eye, that if you intentionally hurt somebody and that person's out for 2 years, 3 years, whatever, you should be out for 2-3 years. You have to have strict policy on this, and you've got to enforce it. The referees, I guess they were doing their jobs, Scotty, but at the same time, I have a problem with it because the league, an idiot like George Parros, will not do anything about it. He never does. He never does. The guy's a moron. And I'm ashamed that he actually grew up in Morris County, New Jersey. I'm ashamed that, thank God he wasn't born in New Jersey. But I'm ashamed that that guy is the senior whatever Department of Player Safety. The guy's a joke. He's not going to do a damn thing about it. I'm dead serious. And you know what? It's going to get one day, and mark my words, someone's going to get killed. And this is not hockey right now. What I saw was assault. And I'm not saying it because he's a New Jersey Devil. You want to see him, Dollar? You're seeing it around the league. Who's next? Who's going to get hurt? That's all I have to say about him. I can't even say his name because I'm so disgusted. He's gonna be out of. First off, he sucks. So he's gonna play. His he only
way right
has one purpose, and I question the Rangers organization as a whole because you know what he's gonna do, and you allow him to do it. You should self-police yourself as a hockey team because you go to youth level hockey, high school hockey, collegiate hockey. You police yourselves because this goes above the game at this point. And that's why I'm pissed. Because you know what's going to happen, Scotty? Kids watching on TV are going to mimic that kind of stuff. Because that's what they're watching. And that's not part of the game at all. This is blatant trying to hurt somebody.
I mean, I think he should be suspended. I 100% agree with that.
I think he should be gone for the year. I'll be honest. I'm a no-tolerance guy. That's not hockey.
No-tolerance guy.
I think Laviolette should be suspended, too, for putting him in the lineup.
I think he should 100% be suspended. That's for damn sure. But let me tell you, like, this next game, whenever it is, I think it's April the 3rd, it's gonna be a nightmare. It is gonna be an absolute nightmare. Yeah, but do you think
this team's actually gonna respond though? I'm trying.
I think Mr. McDermott, if he's in there, I think Brendan Smith, I think if Nolan Foote, I think these guys are gonna respond. I think Kevin Ball, I think they're gonna step up and they're gonna respond. I really do. But I don't see them being classless like someone.
Yeah.
I only see them going after one particular person. That's what I see. I see them only going to go after one particular person. So, it's gonna be a nasty game. And you know what? If the refs just let them go at it tonight, probably won't be as bad. But it's gonna be ugly in this next game. And I definitely think he deserves a suspension 100% because that was just a cheap, dirty hit. And yeah, it was a chicken wing from the chicken shit.
Pretty much. I put this one guy in timeout. I think he's a Rangers fan.
Who?
Tony M. 1124. That guy. He's pissing me
I don't
off.
know who that is.
I don't know. It's probably
imagine being such a loser and nothing to do in your life that you'll go and listen to podcasts for teams that you hate. That's pretty. I don't think I would ever listen to a Rangers podcast in my life because I hate that team, and I have much better things to do with my life and my time.
Yeah. Well, it's look. He was making fun of me about the Laviolette suspension, but here's my logic behind it. This guy's going to do this. Why are you for the betterment of the game? Don't put him in. Why is he even up here? He does nothing but hurt people on purpose. That's his sole purpose.
I agree. We haven't seen like goonage like this in quite some time in the league, and I know
The
this is
league has
stuff that
changed. The league has changed.
the league
Trust
has
me.
changed.
Trust me. Trust me when I say this. I am old school. I loved the way the league was 25 years ago. But I've learned to accept that fact that there's a thing called CTE, players' heads, head injuries, concussions. The league does not even accept, Gary Bettman does not accept the fact that players' heads and those head injuries can cause severe damage later down in life. He does not accept that. He's been on record about that. Okay? He does not care. And I'm willing to accept certain parts of the game to go away from the yesteryear when the precondition that the NHL will enforce the rules on the books and actually suspend players. Because how is this guy still playing? He should have been suspended 10 games after the Bastion hit. Maybe more.
I mean, he's going to be suspended here. And like I said, if they just let McDermott do his job, it wouldn't be as bad as it's going to be when they play again. If Rempe is in the lineup, it is going to be utter chaos from like the drop of the puck. I'm telling you, that's going to be the first thing that happens.
It's going to be a line brawl. It's going to be a line brawl in 2012.
That's exactly what it's going to be. And like I said, I hope Fitzy and Travis Green put as much bulk in the lineup that they can. And yeah. And the refs did the wrong thing tonight. They should have let the players police it the way they should. And that play deserved a policing 100%. So what they did tonight was totally bogus.
I mean, the Devils' response was
Rempe's not going to be. He's not going to be in the lineup for, he's not going to last because he doesn't bring anything. And to tell you the truth, after Olivier rocked him, he looks a little bit scared to go in there at times. The dude's got such a height and reach advantage on everybody, but Olivier just like knocked him senseless. And ever since then, to tell you the truth, I hate the kid, but I'm also a little concerned for him, like that he really got clocked hard in a couple of those fights. And he looks a little shook from it, to tell you the truth. So I'm actually not surprised that he skated away from McDermott in the beginning of the game. But if you're going to pull that chicken wing kind of move, you got to answer the bell. You got to answer the bell.
Yeah. Wasn't even close, Scotty.
And like I said, doing the wave, you're just waving to your team goodbye because you ain't going to be around for a few games there. Hopefully more than a few, but I have a feeling it'll be a one-time. This is his first-time offense, even though it's really not his first-time offense.
Well, see, that's what I was about to get at, because nobody is a repeat offender because they don't do anything the first 5 times when this stuff happens. The NHL player safety, George Barros, he is the worst. Like I say, he is a disgrace to the game because he does nothing. He does absolutely nothing. He is so useless. He is so useless. Like, I can't believe the NHL actually pays this guy money to have a job.
I could only imagine too. I don't know if anyone here was listening, but I can only imagine what Chico was saying on the radio when this happened, because I got a good feeling what Dano was saying. I've heard what Bryce was saying. I've heard with I think it's Mike Johnson here, on NHL Network was saying, and nobody seemed happy about it. But I can only imagine Chico was just freaking out.
I'm sure he was.
What? And by the way, who's this? We got a super chat from.
We got several super chats.
Jamoncito Gomez.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do need our Dougie back. That's for damn sure.
We also got one from Chris Boker as well.
Oh, there we go.
In the
Hey,
beginning.
Chris, thank you very much. Woo! Woo! We get 2 woos going on for that. But I will say, besides all that BS, besides the fact that the Devils couldn't get more than 1 shot on goal on that 5-minute major. And like I said, I feel like I'm almost more upset about that because that is the best way to get back at him is for him to cause his team a victory. Well, and the Devils let that opportunity slip through with that 5-minute major. But I will say, Capo played really good in net for the Devils.
He did. He deserved to win that game.
He deserved to win. He really did.
You know, well, this is what happened, Scotty. After that incident.
And JP, that's what, just real quick, Samu, we had a goaltender with over a 900 save percentage. That does not happen very often to this year's Devils team. So that's pretty impressive, if you're asking me.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is this is what happened. So the penalty happened. Devils go in the 5 minutes. Unfortunately, the period ended. So the Rangers had the whole intermission, rested up, and I think it was, and the Devils came out lethargic in the third period. They looked disorganized. So it was just kind of like
1 shot, though. That's pathetic. 1 shot.
Oh, I know. I know it is.
Pathetic.
I know it is. But what I'm saying is, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but, you know, if it was in the middle of the period.
I'm glad that Chico is saying the same thing that I am.
Yeah.
Let them fight and police the game. Exactly. But I don't want to give chicken shit any more peace of my mind.
Yeah.
This Devils team is, you know, I mean, I think we can see where everything is headed here, but they are hanging on by the thinnest of strings. It's like that. You can see, like, you know, in a cartoon when, like, the Wile E. Coyote's, like, hanging over the cliff on something and, like, each little thread of the rope is starting to break. Pa-ting, pa-ting, pa-ting. That's the Devils. The Devils right now are Wile E. Coyote hanging from that breaking rope, you know, about to go. They've got a very short amount of time to try and clean this up. And they got to do something to fix this power play. Because it is bad. It is real bad. Penalty kill, pretty damn good, I gotta say.
Not bad.
It's nice seeing these. It's nice seeing these shot blocks. The shot blocks are pretty good. Especially Nico coming through with those. Like to see the captain do that. But this power play, they're just passing way too many times. They need to just shoot the friggin' puck and get it on net. But this was just, oh, another one. From Jamoncito Gomez. Woo! Oh, I know, Supernova. It's getting tough. It's getting tough.
I'm reading all these Ranger fans tweeting at me on my Twitter account. What a bunch
No,
of
and no, Tony. The reason the second Gorse goal was Gustafsson shooting the puck. So, yeah. Because there's other people in front of the net as well.
Art Heaton, thank you for the super chat.
Already in! Woo!
Says F the Rangers. Let's just win, Devils. Well, they go on the road, Scotty.
All right, Big Bad Bruins won. All right. That's a good one. I'll give you that one. That one just made me laugh over there. Good thing Seekador doesn't have Jay Leno's chin.
I'm gonna ban Tony M. 1124.
Oh, the
Ranger fan.
The Ranger fan that has nothing to do with his life better
Yeah.
than to listen to a podcast about the team he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He'll come back with another burner account.
Oh, I'm sure. It's D'Angelo, right? Is D'Angelo coming back over here?
Are you trying to get a job, Tony?
Oh, my God. Chris, the positive, like I said, is Capo. Trying to prove himself for the rest of this season. And this team has got to get the power play going. They got to get the power play going. It saved them so much in the early season. The Devils were at a historic rate. And what are they now? They're like 16th, 17th, 18th, somewhere in the league. To drop that far in the power play standings. From first overall down to the bottom half of the league. Ugh. Again, I'll come back to it. 5-minute major, one shot. That's not good enough. That is not acceptable for a team with a Jack Hughes, a Jesper Bratt, a Nico Hischier, a Timo Meier. It's not acceptable. So, and this sucks. This is all that's going to be on all the friggin' like sports centers and NHL networks and everything. It's just a bad look. Bad look for the league. But either way, enough about him.
He's not going to get suspended, I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm sure Paros will figure a way to screw it up somehow. Never thought I'd be itching for Colin Campbell to come back to being the safety director.
I know. I know. I was like, oh, George Paris, Princeton kid, Jersey kid. He'll do a great job.
Oh man. Well, we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Dino 5 with the super chat. Somewhere in the Midwest, lurking, listening, learning for the Arizona-Vegas trip. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah. We're still going. And I actually purchased the tickets today, and I got the Sam Woo special last row of the upper deck. By the way, learned something new today. If anyone happens to be going to Vegas at any point and you want to check out a hockey game, they have this Hide Club or Hide Lounge in the arena at the top, and I thought it was all standing room only. And then you notice some of the tickets say no view. I'm like, no view? What the hell is that? So it's like a club up at the top. And no view means you literally do not have a view. It's just $50 to get into the lounge while the game is going on. And then you could watch the game on the TVs with the blaringly loud music from like the DJs and everything like that. Then, how Vegas is this? Then they have like a special little ring cut off on the top of the Hide Lounge that is actually standing room only with high tops, but there's a food and alcohol minimum for every single one of those. It's like you got to get bottle service to get onto those high tops, which is standing room only. So I had to go Sam Woo special, and we're going to be in the last row of what section was that, like 220 or something like that. We're going to be standing up in the back, six morons.
Yeah, you know,
probably getting hammered on St. Patty's Day. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You know what's really funny, Scotty? Can you imagine if you didn't read the fine print and we get there and there's no view? That could have been disastrous.
I'm so glad I read that.
Yeah,
I know. I'm so glad I read that.
Because if I did that, I'd be like, yo, standing room only. I'll get 6 tickets. $50, guys. Oh, thanks, Sam. Till we get there. Oh, thank goodness you did the tickets.
Paint your chest like putty. Yeah, we should do that. Oh, man. All right, Big Bad Bruins, you're starting to piss me off now. You were funny with your Jay Leno thing, but now you're just going into troll. So if we have to put you in timeout, we will.
I've had enough. He's 24 hours timeout.
He's 24 hours timeout.
I'm not messing around tonight. I'm pissed.
Are these? I think these are all burner accounts for Cornhole. I think that's what they are.
Yeah,
I think Cornhole's got like 6 or 7 different laptops up at one time, like. I
rarely ban people. I rarely do, but I'm showing George Parros how to be swift with justice.
Oh, what's up? The Isles? No. Oh, yeah, that's right. They started already. It should be the end of the first period. What is it? JP says it's 0-0 with 3 minutes left. Max, do you think Luke, Scotty Sam, do you think Luke needs to take a rest? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, which why I wasn't so upset like everybody was when Travis Green sat Nemitz down for the first game. I think now he probably can't because who knows how long Siegenthaler is going to be out, but I'm going to assume they're going to recall Hataka. You have DeSimone, who's just been kind of like on the bench. We picked up from waivers, I think, from Calgary. But yeah, no, I totally agree. I think Luke is a bit gassed. Not a bit. I think he's gassed out there. I think he's been playing way too many minutes throughout the season. I've been on record as saying that. Trying to have these 19-year-old kids playing 20-plus minutes every single night, not going to work out well. And it hasn't. And I think Luke is probably frustrated because you can see some of the things like that he's thinking, but he can't do them yet at the NHL level. It's not the old Wolverines of Michigan. And I would think he's probably pretty frustrated. And I think this is probably the most he has ever played in a season, obviously against this type of competition. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind at all if Luke sat out a game. I don't know if there's any behind-the-scene politics with that, but I don't think it would be a bad thing, like I said, for those three, Ball, Nemitz, and Luke, to maybe rotate in and out of the lineup a little bit. Again, now we're going to be down a defenseman. I don't know, did anyone see a report on Siegs?
I'm looking right now, Scotty.
Okay.
I'll find out.
And Nova, I totally agree with you. I think I think we really underestimated what Dougie brought to the team. And points wise, we know he's an offensive force, but I'm just saying the team, the togetherness, the the leadership in the locker room and stuff like that. I know last year I used to say Thomas Tatar used to come across as that older brother type for the forwards. I think Dougie really did, but we didn't notice it as much. I think Dougie was that calming voice in the locker room with his goofball smile that he's usually got on his face and everything like that. Dougie just seems like a fun guy that can kind of lighten the mood wherever he goes. And I think we all really underestimated his presence on this team. And I don't think anyone could have guessed we would have had the amount of injuries that we had this year, but the Dougie Hamilton factor, I think, I know I'm considering it for myself as something that I overlooked and I should have been on. And I didn't realize this till maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. We said it here on Devils After Dark. It's like, holy hell.
I got some quotes, Scotty, if you want to hear
What's
them.
up?
Looking at Amanda Stein's Twitter account. Let me read off a few of them. Curtis McDermott. First shift, I asked him to go. There's a bit of a code, and I thought he would have answered that. But I don't know. When he was told, but said no. After a hit like that, it goes without saying you should answer the bell in some way. You also said, let's see here. He's a young kid in this league. He has a lot to learn still. You don't do things like that when you're in your first year in the league. I lost quite a bit of respect for him tonight. And also, Travis Green said, everyone who knows the game at all knows that that player is in a vulnerable spot, and there's a player that's looking to call it predatorial or whatever you want to call it. It's definitely not the first time that's happened. Second time against us.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are some intent there to injure the player.
I mean, it was a bad illegal hit. I mean, there's, and and we've seen things with Trouba, but listen, I like big hitting. Don't get me wrong, and I'll call Trouba out for when he makes a bad one. But I'll also say there's been plenty of times where Trouba has delivered some good, clean hits. That one that he had against Nate Bastian in that game afterwards, because Bastian did come back, it was a shoulder to shoulder. The first angle, it looked a little bad, but then you replay it, you're like, oh, he actually got him shoulder to shoulder, and he kept his arm down. I didn't like the Timo hit because that was one of those hurrah type of hits. But that one against Bastian, I'll come right out and say it. It was a good, clean hit. It was shoulder to shoulder. Two big boys going at it. And then Nate didn't like it. He got up and he put Trouba in a headlock, and they wrestled on down. What's that? Oh, they're policing the game themselves. That's the way it should be. And Ramon, you're right. The hit was absolutely dirty.
Yeah.
So,
and then when somebody does it to Panarin, there's a, you know what we need? We need Tom Wilson to take care of business.
Rangers didn't like that very much when Tom Wilson took advantage of that a few years back. So,
oh yeah. But
we'll see what happens. That's the game on the 3rd is going to be ugly. And you know what? It's not only going to be ugly on the ice, it's going to be even uglier in the stands, unfortunately. Which sucks. So, but whatever. This Devils team needs to clean up their friggin' act and get this power play in motion. Don't waste these few games that you do have a goaltender with over a .900 save percentage. Thank you, Capo, for coming in and making some really big, timely saves tonight. There were a couple where I was like, oh, that would have been in a week ago. I was like, oh, that would have been in a week ago. That was definitely a goal. I think there was a couple times I threw my hands up like, oh, here we go. Oh, he stopped it. Oh, okay, good job, Capo. Yeah. But we shall see. When's our next game? When are we back here,
Thursday.
Sam?
Thursday night.
Thursday? What's going on Thursday? Who we playing on Thursday? I don't even remember.
Dallas.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, it doesn't get any easier. So we got Dallas, then we got Arizona, little break. Then we get Vegas, and then we get, I think it's 2 in a row with Toronto, right? Oh, yeah.
No, then it's Pittsburgh.
Oh, then it's Pittsburgh
at home. Yeah.
When's the back-to-back with Toronto? It's like a home and home. Isn't that coming up? Isn't that this month?
I think that's in April.
Oh, is that in April? Okay. My bad. No, it's the last week. It's after that. So it's Pittsburgh, Winnipeg, Ottawa, Islanders. Oh, no, then Toronto, Buffalo, and then you're right. Yeah, then we got 3 games left against the friggin' Maple Leafs. Holy heck. Oh, and of course, that Ranger game. The second to last back-to-back. And of course, it's the second game of a back-to-back.
We got a super chat from Chris Boker again.
Boker.
Rempe is a
that's
punk.
at MSG too. I thought it was going to be. I thought that was at the Prudential Center. Thank you, Chris. Oh, that's a big one over there.
Yeah, Rempe's a punk. But have no fear. Hataka is here. Enjoy a shot on me on the road trip. You earned it. Safe travels. Go Devils. We will back Capo for president.
Hataka sounds like the name of a sword, doesn't it? It just sounds like a sword from. What was the sword from Kill Bill?
Didn't watch that.
The Hachitari or something like that. You never watched Kill Bill?
No.
Oh my gosh, Sam Woo. Ay.
Maybe we should watch some movies together on this trip.
Hanzu something. I can't remember what it was called. Hanzu Hakatori? Hanzu? I can't remember. But either way, thank you, everyone, for coming here. Hattori Hanzu! Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Hattori Hanzu. That's it. I have vermin to kill. Kill Bill's a great movie. Both volumes. But thank you, everyone. This was definitely another rough one to get through, obviously. Besides all that other BS, but the Devils just didn't play very well. And that power play, meh. But if we had to take 2 good positives out of this, Capo and everything aside, the Rangers are a good team this year. They're playing very well. They're probably, second best team here in the conference behind the Florida Panthers. And they have a very potent power play. And the Devils were able to shut them down 4 times tonight, although one of them was abbreviated, I believe. But still, that was huge to the fact where when Nemitz did score with like 3 minutes to go, all of a sudden it's like, oh, wow, there's a game here. Because the Rangers were only up 2-0. And they couldn't bury that extra one in the third period. Because Capo was standing on his head. So let's end on a bright note. And hopefully Jake Allen gets his passports worked out. And maybe we'll actually get some good goaltending here in this last bit of the season. And maybe we rest some of these defensemen that obviously need a little rest. Bring up Hattori Hanzu Hataka. Get him in the lineup. Get Nolan Foote in the lineup. What the hell? That's all I got, Sam Woo. I think we're about ready to wrap it up.
You're not going to blame Lindy? That used to be the go-to.
Yeah, No. Can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, man. How many games has Noshik played now? He still doesn't have a point? Like, Get Nolan Foote in there. Let's see what this kid can do. Maybe there was some other reason why he wasn't in the lineup, but man, when I saw that report today that he's back from the conditioning stint in the AHL and that he's officially activated off the IR, I was like, all right. Some more beef in the lineup. You know we love our beefalytics. So hopefully we'll see him soon.
Hopefully.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Thank all those tuning in, dropping the podcast at midnight. Keep it here. We got State of the Fan Address presented by pucksandpitchforks.com on Wednesday. And Game Day Live at Devils After Dark on Thursday. And joinourcrew.com for the latest of our Arizona and Vegas trip. Thank you to everybody. Till next time, let's go Devils.